Hi friends, myself Sainath Lambade, and today we are going to discuss about the autonomic nervous system that is a part of control and coordination. So while studying this autonomic nervous system transmit impulse from the CNS to the involuntary organs. Involuntary organs means those organs which are not under the control of our brain or willpower and smooth muscles of the body. As you know that smooth muscles line all the visceral organs of our human body. ANS consists of special set of peripheral nerves that regulates activities of involuntary organs like cardiac muscles, smooth muscles and glands. So, in these impulses are conducted from the central nervous system by an axon that synapses with the autonomous ganglia. As you know that it is a preganglionic neuron. There are having the two types of neuronal nerves or neurons, preganglionic and postganglionic. So the second neuron in the ganglionic pathway has an axon that extend from the autonomic ganglia to the effector organ and is known as a postganglionic neuron. So, in the autonomic nervous system, we'll see that it has been divided into two types, that is a parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system active during the normal condition or resting condition. So as you know that parasympathetic nervous system will work when you are in the resting phase, when you are seated, when you are in the sleep. At that time the parasympathetic nervous system works, or rest and digest response, it may be said as a rest and digest response. And sympathetic nervous system active during the stress condition. When you are in the stress condition, at that time the sympathetic nervous system is working. When you are having in a fear or when you are in the fighting, at that time, at this stress condition, our body is controlled by the this sympathetic nervous system. Overall effect is excitatory. Overall effect of this sympathetic nervous system is excitatory. So sympathetic nervous system, or it may be called as a SNS, it is also called thoracolumbar outflow. The sympathetic nervous system, it is also called as a thoracolumbar outflow. Why? Because most of the nerves which are going to be arise, they are major from the thoracic region of the spinal cord and lumbar region of the spinal cord. So this sympathetic nervous system is also called as a thoracolumbar outflow. It originates in the thoracic and lumbar region. All the nerves are originated from the thoracic and lumbar region of the spinal cord, that T1 to EL3. T1 thoracic first to the EL3 lumbar third vertebral column. Consists of 21 pairs of sympathetic ganglion which lie on a pairs of sympathetic cords on lateral side of the spinal cord, as we will see on the next page. Okay, this 21 pairs of sympathetic ganglion, this 21 pairs of sympathetic ganglion, that 3 from the cervical region, 12 from the thoracic region, 5 from the lumbar region and 1 from the sacral region. As why we are saying that thoracolumbar vertebral thoracolumbar outflow, because most of the nerves, major nerves, they are arising from the thoracic, means from the thoracic there is 12 pairs and lumbar all the 5 pairs. So the sympathetic nervous system is also called as a thoracolumbar outflow. The point is clear here. 21 pairs of ganglion connected to form sympathetic cords. They are going to form the sympathetic cord. Preganglionic fibers are shorter. In sympathetic nervous system, the preganglionic fibers are shorter and postganglionic nerve fibers are long. Why they are long? Because they are elongated or they are widely spread. Preganglionic nerve fibers are cholinergic and postganglionic nerve fibers are adrenergic. They are adrenergic because there is a secretion of noradrenaline. There is secretion of noradrenaline, so they are called as adrenergic. This postsynaptic ganglion nerve fibers are called adrenergic because there is a secretion of noradrenaline. It has a widespread. So I have drawn the diagram of this spinal cord, and you might be seeing this is a cervical neck region, followed by this is a thoracic region, that followed by this is a lumbar region, and followed by this is a sacral region. So 3 from the cervical, 12 from the thoracic, 5 from the lumbar, and 1 from the sacral. So these are the some of the nerves are coming out from the cervical. 3, 1, 2 and 3. 3 nerves are coming from the cervical region, and these are having the formation of ganglion. They are formation of ganglion. 12 pairs from the thoracic, then followed by this lumbar 5 pairs, and sacral there is a 1 pair that is coming out, and all these nerves are interconnected to form a sympathetic trunk. They are interconnected with each other with the help of ganglion, and they have formed the sympathetic trunk that may be called as a sympathetic trunk or complete chain of sympathetic ganglion. They may be called as a complete chain of sympathetic ganglion. As you know, these are the preganglionic fibers, as these are the preganglionic fibers, and they are very short, and followed by these, and the fibers which are coming out, they are very longer. They are called as a post-sympathetic nerve fibers. They are called as a post-sympathetic nerve fibers, and they have been connected to the various parts like a salivary. You know that salivary region, there are having the 3 glands, that is a parotid, sublingual and submandibular in that, and followed by this they are also connected to the trachea, lungs, hearts, kidneys, all these organs. So the post sympathetic nerve fibers are longer and they are widely spread. So you are seeing in the red color, there are some collateral ganglion which are arising from the spinal cord. Again they are forming their ganglion here. What is meant by ganglia? Ganglia is nothing but that is a group of neuronal cells. So some of these collateral ganglion are formed. There are 3 ganglion. That is, the first one is the celiac ganglia, second one is the superior mesenteric ganglia, and third one is the inferior mesenteric ganglia. So collateral ganglia, celiac ganglia, superior mesenteric ganglia, and inferior mesenteric ganglion, and these are widely again attached to the various organs which are mainly present inside our body. So in this way we have complete about this sympathetic nervous system, and followed by this we are going to study about the parasympathetic nervous system. We are going to see about the parasympathetic nervous system. It is also called as a craniosacral outflow. Why it is called as a cranio? Because most of the nerves which are going to be arise from the cranium, and some of them may be going to be arise from the sacral region. So this is also called as a craniosacral outflow. It consists of branches from the cranial, that is the cranial nerve number. As you know, in the Roman numericals, we are calling the third, seventh, ninth, and tenth nerves. Sacral, that is the second, third, and the fourth nerve, which are going to be arise from the sacral. It consists of ganglia, which are very close or within the wall of the effector organs. As you know that it also consists of ganglia, but these ganglions are very closer or are present in the wall of the effector organs. The preganglion nerve are long, as it is opposite to the sympathetic. In sympathetic, pre ganglion nerve was shorter, but in the parasympathetic, preganglion nerve is long, and the postganglionic nerve are short. Acetylcholine is produced at the terminal end of the postganglionic nerve, hence they are also called as a cholinergic fibers. They are also called as a cholinergic fibers, because in this there is also secretion of this acetylcholine, that is a neurotransmitter. Parasympathetic nervous system is antagonistic to the sympathetic nervous system. It brings back to the normal all the activities which are stimulated by the sympathetic system. Whatever the sympathetic nervous system which have excited, whatever the organs of our body that are again taken into the normal condition with the help of this parasympathetic nervous system. So this parasympathetic nervous system is also hence called as a housekeeping system, that is also called as a housekeeping system. So we'll see the which nerves are going to be come out from the brainstem. There are going to become out the third, then seventh, ninth, and tenth. Third one is the oculomotor, seventh one is the facial, ninth one is the glossopharyngeal, and tenth one is the vagus. And from the sacral region, second, third, and fourth, there are going to be arise from the sacral region of the spinal cord. There are three nerves which are going to be arise, 1, 2, and 3 from the sacral, and how many from the 1, 2, 3, and 4 again from the cranial, that is a midbrain, that is the third one, fourth, and this. So these are having the preganglionic nerve fiber is longer in this parasympathetic. As you are seeing these fibers which are coming out, they are longer, preganglionic, and post they are very closer to the effector organs or that organ in the wall of that particular organ. So they are also called as a network or back of plexus, that is also called as a or back plexus. So in this way we have seen the, and they shows a very limited effect. As you know that this sympathetic nervous system is widely spread, and these are limitedly spread, this parasympathetic. We'll see some comparison between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So organs or region, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Heartbeat, sympathetic nervous system increases, parasympathetic nervous system decreases. Blood vessel, sympathetic constrict the blood vessel, means contract the blood vessel. This parasympathetic dilates the blood vessels, that will dilate the blood vessels. Then arterial BP, sympathetic nervous system increases, parasympathetic nervous system decreases. Pupil of eyes, that is dilated with the help of sympathetic nervous system, dilate the pupil of your eye, and parasympathetic constrict the pupil of eye. Then gastrointestinal movement or stomach and intestine retard the peristalsis. Peristalsis means the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the tubular structure, that is called as a peristalsis. Means retards means slow down the peristaltic movement with the help of this sympathetic nervous system, and followed by this uh, uh, accelerate the peristalsis, accelerates the peristalsis. Then urinary bladder, relax the bladder, and that contracts the bladder. Thank you.